You're wasting time. You're wasting time. The record's been made. He's testified to all that.
I didn't observe.
He's testified. He was driving one way, the car was coming the other way. He did a traffic stop, and that's where he met Mr. Arnold. So obviously, he didn't see him walking down the street. He saw him driving a car. Then move on. Move on. Let's just move on. You know, this is a probable cause hearing. Just let's move on. All right. It's probable cause. You're beating the horse way more than it needs to be beat. And you're objecting so much that you're losing any effectiveness with your objection. Let's move on. Case. Heather called me on that one. So I don't think I got your appearances on the Arnold matter.
Well,
Names first. Counsel.
Gene Arnold.
Thank you, sir.
ARNLD.
Thank you. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, this is a decision.
Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Michael, raise your right hand. Swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Muhammad, your witness?
good afternoon, sir. I'm going to take you back to the day of October 19th, 2024. Were you at or near the location of 45270 Sunrise Lane?
Yes, that's my residence. I was in bed.
Is that located in the township of Van Buren, County of Wayne?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Something occurred on that day at that location that brings you into court today?
Yes.
Okay, how did that happen?
All right. I working at my daughter's house and my truck was parked in the driveway with the trailer on it. I went out to go to her house and it's in 2021 F-150 Super Crew. The back part driver's window was broken and somebody had gotten into my vehicle and rummaged through my belongings. I was missing cash.
Okay, and what were you missing from that vehicle?
All right, I own some apartments and I have a coin laundry and I had in excess of $200 in mostly quarters in the truck, and that's what was taken.
Okay. And upon learning this, upon learning someone broke into your car,
I called 911. I think I was directed to Van Buren Police and they told me they were really busy and they'd be there within an hour.
okay. And can you describe the damage that was sustained by your vehicle?
All right, so the driver's passenger door, it's a Super Crew truck. It has rear doors. The rear window was shattered and all the glass everywhere. The driver's window had a big chip in it, like it was tried to, hit with something and tried to be broken, and it did not break, but the window was compromised. I had to have that replaced also.
Okay. And upon learning that, what did you do? After you learned that somebody had damaged your vehicle or my apologies, strike that. I believe you already answered that question. No further questions. Or one last question, my apologies. Did you give anybody permission? I know it's a pretty obvious answer, but I have to make sure it's clear for the record. Did you give anybody permission to break into your vehicle or to remove anything from your vehicle?
Absolutely not. And I think there was also some damage. Looks like it crawled or whatever. They went through the window and scratched it. Coming on, crawling through the window.
Okay, thank you for your testimony.
Counsel, your witness if you want to cross.
Good afternoon. What was your name? The hospital that I asked you at the beginning.
William Maida, it might be.
Maida, Mr. Maida. If at any point in time my question is confusing to you, please let me know and I'll try my best to rephrase it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm a little hard of hearing, but not.
Better? I'll slow down too. If at any point in time my question is confusing, let me know and I'll rephrase it.
All
Okay?
right, thank you.
Sorry.
A little too close.
I'll try to be loud. So I want to make one thing very clear. At no point in time did you see anybody break into your car.
No,
You don't know if it was one person or more than one person.
no.
You can't even describe if that person is a male or female. Tall or short. You saw your car the last time you parked it in your daughter's driveway, correct? The last time you saw your car was when you parked it in the driveway.
That's correct. That's correct.
And the next time, and when you parked it before you walked to the home, there was something wrong with your vehicle, correct?
Yeah.
Nothing, no windows were shattered, nothing was taken, correct?
Correct.
It was at some point in time, you. And you were in your daughter's house for some point for a significant amount of time?
Pardon me?
How long were you in your daughter's house for?
In my residence, probably, I don't know, 8 o'clock that night until it was like 8 o'clock in the morning when I went home.
So you didn't, so this happened overnight?
Yes.
You don't know exactly what time?
No.
And the way that you found out that your car was broken into was, like you said, when you went to go to your car in the morning and notice the damage.
Right.
Keep coming, all the way. Yep. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, all the truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes.
Watch your step on this ramp right here. It'll trip you if you're not ready for it, and have a seat in that chair. Ma'am, settle into that chair, please. State your name and spell your last name.
Brenda O'Neill, all the caps will be A.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. O'Neill. I'm gonna take you back to the date of October 19th, 2024. Were you at or near the location of 45497 Lilac?
Lane, yes.
I'm sorry?
Lilac Lane,
Lilac Lane. Is that located in the township of Van Buren,
yes,
county of Wayne?
yes.
Okay, and what took you to that location? Why were you at or near that location?
That's my home.
Okay, and did something occur at that location or near that location on that day that brings you to the court today?
Yes.
Okay, how did that begin?
How did it work? See?
How did it begin? What brings you into court today? What happened at that location?
Well, it was early in the morning and my,
Okay, was there a light out or was it still dark?
stuff. It
It was
was
dark?
early in the morning.
Okay,
And my, camera, blank camera went off at a large speed, you know, whenever it says movement. And it went off.
okay,
And I did not get up, I just looked at it and didn't go into the, normally I do, for whatever reason. I did not, you know, look at it.
okay, and what did you do when you saw that?
Well, when I did follow my day, I remembered it went off last night, so let me look and see what they had, or whatever, that's normally what I do. And that's when I saw a guy walking down our drive, towards the front door. He stopped at the door, he went towards the driveway to my car, and you actually hear the car door opening and closing. And my headset.
Okay, so after watching that, did you approach the vehicle?
No. No, because again, I didn't wake up to go out when I heard it go
Yeah,
off.
after you watched the video.
Did I look at the car from inside?
At some point, did you go up to your
Yes.
vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you observe?
That nothing was missing but my headphones.
Okay, what kind of headphones were they?
They are called open moves. And they're about $150 for the magnetic ones that it goes in the outside. From here to the post.
And was anything else missing?
And
Okay, did you give anybody permission to take those headphones from your vehicle?
no,
Okay, now when you discovered those headphones were missing, what did you do?
she said my headphones was gone. I get in the car, I was thinking about these headphones, my headphones are gone. And I told him, I said, that's what that's about. Because I'm on the road working, so there's a lot of stuff in my car. Driving in a lot of clothes and things, yeah. But for.
Okay.
Oh, I got you.
It's not Mr. Kelly, just wanted to talk. Sorry.
You still have that opportunity. Okay, Judge, I believe this line of questioning is gonna reflect an additional count, and I think that additional count is breaking and entering into this individual's vehicle. For some reason, I didn't anticipate this additional charge. But if the testimony is gonna reflect breaking and entering into an additional vehicle, then I would be planning to add that. I know this is very late and it's not something that is done during the exam, but it's just what happened.
Well, let's do this. Let's see if the evidence leads you there, and then if there's an objection, we'll deal with it then.
Ma'am, this vehicle that, the headphones were removed from what exactly?
It was a couple. It's a phone, it's,
Okay,
it's a can't hold our phones down. So I don't want to hold the phone all over things, so I'll take my headphones off of the neck and put them in one.
okay, and was that cup holder that was inside of your vehicle?
Yes,
Okay, can you describe your vehicle?
this is Mercedes, 20. I want to say it's 2013 Mercedes,
You know what kind of Mercedes?
GLC.
Okay, so it's an SUV?
Yes.
Okay, and, did you give anybody permission to enter into that vehicle? Okay. Did you call the police?
But that's a leading, Your Honor.
It was. Rephrase.
Judge, it doesn't ask for a yes or no. It's a yes or no question, so I just don't see what. I'm asking for a yes or no. Did you call the police? It's yes or no. What's the leading?
The leading is, Your Honor, it's a leading objection as well as ask and answer. You already asked her what did she do after she found out. She said she called her husband. So this question has two objections, ask and answer, and it is leading. Asking her an open-ended question, which is the purpose of what an open, non-leading question is the right format that you should see.
Well, let's deal with the asked and answered first.
Because I never asked the question of, you contacted the police. I think that's a very straightforward question. Did you contact, yes or no? Also, leading leads to if I'm inferring something. I'm not inferring that she called the police. She very well, she may say no. I don't know. That's why I asked the question. I think it's a very fair question to ask, but I'll respect towards.
Ms. Frage, any other response?
Well, the asked and answered is regarding a follow-up to what she did after she realized her headphones were gone. So my objection was still that he asked this question. She provided the answer of, I called my husband.
Except there's lots of things. In what time frame? What did you do in the first 30 seconds? What did you do in the first 30 hours? Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Ma'am, did you contact the police?
Actually, I did not contact the police because we actually saw.
Because what?
We actually went to the police, our neighborhood is very small-ish, and upon me going out to check and be on the phone with my husband, the cops were right up there, so that's when we went approached.
Okay, and what did you do when you approached the officer?
We, to discuss of course, and I explained to him what happened on my camera, my camera, and he said, can I see it? And then I showed him what said anything missing, and I told him what was missing, he took the information down and all, and he gave me some insight about what was going on, and that they had been on their quality date, so, we went to phone, so it's, about that.
Okay, and at some point, did you get your headphones back?
The police officer did ask me that I want back. Cause he showed me pictures, and said, I'm gonna put your evidence here, and he said, can I show you a picture? And I need your headphones, and I was like, oh, God, yeah.
Okay, so the police got headphones and provided them to you?
Yes, they got me off there.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you got yourself back. All right, no further questions.
Counsel, Cross.
Good afternoon, Ms. O'Neill. If at any point in time my question is confusing, please let me know, I'll show my history very briefly, okay? Sure. So I want to start with kind of where you left off. You spoke with officers, correct?
Yes,
And you said that you showed them the camera footage?
yes.
And was that something that you sent to officers?
After he requested it, yes.
So that's for camera footage.
The next day, immediately, he sent it.
Okay. How many videos? Just the one? Now I want to go back in time to the point in which you received a blink camera notification. I think we're all guilty of getting that ringing down, right? At some point in time, not checking it right away.
Yeah, but it's, normally I check mine.
But that's what happened that day, right? So when you received that notification, you didn't get off of bed and go outside. You didn't try to go see if anything happened to your car.
No, I wouldn't want to.
You didn't look out the window to see what was going on.
And my phone was totally in the house, it just, it was, it's a total opposite now, so I'm even going out, unprepared or alone.
So there's no way that you can even have a visual of what's going on, you would have to get out of your room and go to a different part of your house?
Yes.
That makes sense. So you don't know. And even after reviewing, you had an opportunity to review that camera, the red camera,
The
right?
next morning, I said, yes.
And according to that video, you can't see a face, correct?
No, I did not see it.
You can, it's the video was in black and white.
It was the red, yes, because it was dark and there's no street lights out there, and my porch lights wasn't on, so it was just grayish light.
So you couldn't see anybody's face, correct? You can't tell if that person was a male or a female, correct?
No, yeah. Something on the cover and you really could see big color.
Yeah. And what you're
I don't know if it's a female, it was dark, I just thought I couldn't see the face, it's not.
So seeing anything would have been very troublesome. And it was very troublesome to see any kind of identifier.
Yeah, you see him walk across my front door, so, yes.
So, your red camera picks up audio, correct?
Yes, it does.
There is, you didn't hear nobody saying anything? Nobody yelling anything? Where was your car parked?
In the driveway.
Do you typically lock it or was it unlocked?
It's unlocked.
It was unlocked, I think. Is that something that you typically do?
We're in a pretty safe neighborhood. They don't from safe neighborhood. We're from both.
I don't know. Yeah, I understand. So there was no damage that was done to your car in order to get into it, correct? No broken windows, no scratches on your car. The only thing that was saving you was your headphones. And you were able to get those back at the end of the day. Okay, what you learning?
Thank you. Mr. Mohammed. Any redirect?
Very, very brief.
Go ahead.
Well, you indicated that, I think the question was whether or not you could see the defendant's face. And was it obstructed by anything?
It was covered, so.
You just don't know what it was covered with.
Right.
Okay.
All I know is it's so.
Okay. Was there any other noticeable features, any items that stuck out to you?
No, the only thing that really stood out is the heavy, so it's cold, because it wasn't really cold in his wall. He has a peculiar wall.
Uh-huh.
It's just a different wall.
Instead of an older person?
Rather,
Well,
Hold on, ma'am, hold on. They gotta earn their money. There was an objection. What was the objection? Response.
She's testifying to personal knowledge, but it's just an opinion.
Let's just rephrase the question. You said you thought it was an older person. Why? Okay.
All right, no further questions.
Recross.
very briefly. So the only thing you could notice was the person's walls.
Human quality.
Yeah,
And I'm very sensitive. It's not serious.
but like you said, there was a heavy coat, right? So you can't really tell the make and build of that person,
No.
correct? And people walk differently all the time, right? Sorry, you say yes, it's sort of, yes. And again, you didn't see a person's face, right? Look at it.
Okay, ma'am, you can step down. Watch your step on that ramp, please. It will trip you. Thank you for your time. Next up, Mr. Mohammed.
People call Mr. Andrew Peterson.
Thanks, Ken.
What is the other point? With my client.
Sir, all the way up front. Watch your step on the incline ramp over here. And raise your right hand. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today. Settle in. After you settle in, state your name, spell your last.
Andrew Peterson, Peterson.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. I'm gonna take you back to the date of October 19th, 2024. Were you at the location of 11856 Harbor Lane?
Yes, sir.
Is that located in the township of Van Buren, county of Wayne?
Sir.
Did something happen on that day or near that time frame that brings you into court today?
I had received motion on my camera on my driveway early that morning and looked at it, noticed a person walking near my cars. And then they continued on to my neighbor's house.
Okay, and what do you recall seeing?
Looked like a large person, big oversized coat, had a crossbody bag on, walked past my daughter's car, observed in, appeared to potentially try to handle, walk around behind the car and continue over in front of my neighbor's house.
Okay, do you ever get to observe the individual's face?
I did not have a mask on.
He had a what on?
Mask.
Okay. I'm gonna turn your attention to the screen. Do you recognize that?
Yes, that's
How do you recognize it?
it's my driveway camera in my dog's car.
Okay.
Well, what's the purpose of,
I just want all the issues.
no, you didn't tell me what's supposed to, so what are you trying to do with this?
If you have any evidence. Okay, we're gonna play a short portion of it. Starting at 0 seconds. It's a 14-second clip. Now, does this video appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw on that day?
Yes,
And is that your driveway?
that is my driver.
And that's your ring cam?
Yes, sir.
And that's for that date of October 19th?
That's correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to introduce into evidence People's Exhibit number 1, which is this video, 14 seconds, that captures an individual at the defendant's, or at the victim's, or the witness's residence of 11856 Harbor Lane into evidence.
Ms. Frosch, let her come in.
Thank you. And Judge, I would like to replay the video and publish it to the court again.
Go ahead.
And after you saw that, what did you do?
I immediately I got the notification. At that moment, realized that it was the time of day it was, and it was not my child leaving. So I looked at the camera, saw the footage, saw the person, immediately got up, looked out the blinds to see if there were any vehicles in front of my home. Did not observe anything in my street, and then I exited my home to observe and see if I could see a person walking to any of my other neighbors' homes, crossing the street, that kind of thing, to observe and report. But say after about 10 minutes, I never saw anybody from my driveway.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I throughout the day, I had checked with my neighbor to see if they had any footage, and then I observed and gave the officer my video when they were taking out the reports later that day.
Okay, and did you give anyone permission to open your vehicle?
I did not.
Is that your vehicle, that black vehicle?
That is my daughter's vehicle.
Your daughter's vehicle? Who's the owner of that vehicle?
She is the registered owner.
Okay. Do you know if she gave anyone permission?
She would not.
Objections,
She-
speculation?
It's speculative.
I disagree, but I will.
It's okay. You get to do that.
Judge, he's He's testifying
You
to.
don't get to argue with me. You can disagree, but you don't get to argue with me. I sustain the objection. Let's move on.
No further questions.
Ms. Farage,
Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. At any point in time, a question of mine is confusing, please let me know, I'm trying to answer your question. So I kind of want to take you back to the point in time in which you received a notification that there was movement outside of your home. You gotta say yes or no.
Sorry, yes.
No, you don't apologize. You said that after you received that notification, you realized that it was too late for anyone of your, for it to be anyone of your children inside, right?
Too early, yes,
Too early.
yes.
So after you received that notification, how long before you went to the window to look through the blinds?
It was roughly 10 seconds. I was outside on my driveway at 4:08.
And what time?
That's at 4:07.
Is there a time of them? Yep,
Yes.
4:07. Okay, and then, like you said, you didn't see anything when you looked out the window, correct?
Correct.
Or you didn't see cars?
And it's a garbage, what I was looking for. I could already see, this was already clipped, and so I had already seen the full footage that you're seeing today. I saw the person had moved past, and I knew they would not be going past my house to opposite direction.
Because you received the notification and you immediately went outside. Basically.
Yes, ma'am,
So once you went outside, you didn't see anything else?
correct.
You didn't come into contact with the person seeing the camera here?
I did not.
You can't, can you guys rewind it back to the 0 seconds for me, please? Because living number one. People exhibit whoever's running, are you in control of that?
I am.
So much. Thank you, Ryan. You don't have to play, you can just be right there. You can see that person's face.
I cannot see a person's face. No.
You don't know if this was, person is a male or female, correct?
That is correct.
You don't know if this person has long hair, short hair.
That would also be correct.
You can't tell what eyeball this person has. Do they have facial hair? I know these are gonna be exhaustive questions, I apologize, but to make the point that you don't know who this person is at all, correct?
The only thing I know about this person is they are on my driveway in my car at the time they should not be there. That's
You
all.
don't know. This person.
I do not know that person.
And, did this video pick up audio as well?
I don't know. It would have been in the clip if it did, so
Typically, when you receive
typically
notification,
they do, yes.
and you don't remember hearing the audio was
I
associated.
don't recall any of
So you never had a chance to speak with this person or come in contact with them, correct?
it. No, correct.
And it wasn't your car that was broken into?
That car was not broken into. That car was walked by
Walk by, correct?
and attempted out of the door. You know, that is not my car. It was my daughter's car.
So basically, your contribution is making sure that the police had this video.
That's correct.
Did you call the police at any point in time?
Ironically, no, I did not. I don't really know why, because I know that the police called. Yeah, probably different.
Thank you for the questions.
any redirect, Mr. Mohammed?
Okay.
Sir, you can step down. Thank you for your time. Watch your step on my ramp. Next witness.
Officer Chad Adam.
Officer, all the way up front, please. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Come on up here. Watch your step on my ramp. Settle in the chair. When you're ready, Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you. Officer Adam, can you please state your full name for the record?
Officer Chad Cummins.
Officer Adam, are you currently employed?
I am
Who's your employer?
City Development Police Department,
And in what capacity are you employed there?
patrol off,
How long have you been an officer?
about 5 years.
Okay. And were you employed in that capacity as an officer for Belleville on October 19th, 2024?
I was.
Okay, and did you work that day?
I did.
Did you work that day in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full uniform.
Okay, were you operating a scout vehicle or were you on foot patrol?
Scout car,
Okay, was that scout vehicle fully marked or semi-marked?
fully marked.
Okay, and at some point on that day, were you dispatched to the location of Thorn? Is it Thorn Street and Belleville? Thornhill? Okay, is that located in the city of Belleville, County of Wayne?
It is.
Okay, now why were you dispatched to that location?
We were advised that there was, an individual loading up items in a vehicle.
Okay, and while you were making that location, something that drew your attention. Did you observe something that drew your attention?
Caller advised that there was,
So you don't object to hearsay?
Response.
But Judge, if it's being offered for the truth of the matter, then yes. But I guess I would just like to dive into just more what the purpose, what that call had, what effect it had on the officer. So can I just follow up with additional questions? I'll rephrase my question.
Rephrase the question.
Oh,
He's gonna rephrase the question, counsel, so that takes the objection off the table. You want to object to the next question, we can do that. Rephrase the question.
did you initiate any stops?
Officer Adams, stop there. The objection was leading.
Correct, it is. I'll rephrase.
Go ahead.
Did something draw your attention while you were on the way to that dispatch location?
yes, a vehicle matching the description that the caller gave.
Okay, and so based on that description, is that why you did you initiate a traffic stop after you observed that vehicle?
I did.
And was that stop based off of what you learned from that caller?
It was.
I think that plays the perfect definition of an effect on the listener. The reason for the stop is based off of what he received in that call, so I think it's not being offered for the truth of the matter asserted, but the reason why the officer performed his next action, which was to pull over the vehicle, and I think that that's what the statement goes towards. It's an effect on the listener.
Go ahead, Ms. Frosch.
Your Honor, the objection is to hearsay as well as relevance. This is the same objections I was making at the beginning of this, before we held this preliminary examination. The officer testified to receiving dispatch call that there was breaking and entering into a home. There's been no testimony from the civilian witnesses regarding breaking and entering into a home, but to vehicles. So this is exactly the issue regarding that I was making at the beginning of this case. That the reason why the officer is there in the first place is based on information related to a case and charges that Mr. Arnold is not currently up against and in this courtroom at this point in time. So my objection to relevance, my objection to hearsay still stands. He's not talking about that it was contemporaneous. He was at the station when he received the call and then he left. So this is not, the officer's testimony is not indicative of the fact that he received dispatch and then happened to see the call right away. He received a dispatch notification, was dispatched to the location, and then acted outside of that contemporaneous element that is required by effective listener.
I'm not following your argument, counsel. He was dispatched to a location, he was received an identification or a description of a vehicle, correct?
That's,
He saw what he thought was that vehicle and he stopped that vehicle to investigate, correct? Purely relevant.
well, the hearsay objection, Your Honor, is both.
It's not hearsay, it's dispatch. It happens every day, 1,000 times a day.
A statement made by a person.
You can appeal me. I love to be appealed. I've made my decision. Let's move on.
Thank you, Judge.
And how about relevance, Your Honor, regarding?
It's purely relevant. It got him in contact with this defendant. That's relevant to what we're doing today. It's relevant. Move on.
And what happened? Well, what was that description?
The description was a Honda Element, a red Honda Element with a dark blue license plate. I don't see any Honda Elements. Patrol.
Okay, and
What is a Honda Element?
It's a hatchback kind of SUV that has a bifold rear trunk.
Oh, okay.
You remember the old Ford Rangers that kind of jumps?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And do you recall what the color of that vehicle was?
Right.
And, okay. And what was the reason for that vehicle, what drew your attention to that vehicle besides being dispatched? Anything else?
It was really the sole vehicle leaving a one-way in and out subdivision.
Okay, and you pull over that vehicle?
I did
Okay, how did you initiate a stop?
overhead lights.
Okay, did you use sirens?
No.
Okay, and did that vehicle pull over?
It did.
Okay, and which side did you approach?
I approached driver's side,
Okay, and how many individuals did you observe in the vehicle?
just
And
this one,
one, okay, where was that individual seated?
driver's seat.
Okay, the individual seated in the driver's seat, do you see him in the courtroom?
I did,
Can you please point to that individual and point out an article of clothing?
he's behind you with the red shirt and tie.
Noted.
And did you make contact with that individual?
I did.
Okay, and how did that begin?
When I approached the vehicle, he was just holding his ID out the window. I asked what he was doing in the area, he said driving around.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I looked into the rear cargo area of the car and observed a yellow generator.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I asked him about the generator and he stated.
Your Honor, relevant to
Denied.
I asked him about the generator and he stated he found it by the sidewalk.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I requested he step out.
Why did you do that?
The dispatch had advised that the actual victim in this case was missing a generator. He described it as the yellow generator, yellow and black generator.
Okay, and is that the same generator that you observed?
It is.
Okay, now what did you do next after you stepped out of the vehicle?
I detained him,
Okay, and then did what?
placed him in the rear of my patrol vehicle and read him a random.
Well, okay, why did you do that?
Because I believe that he was the suspect in someone victim.
Okay, and what happened next?
He refused to speak to me, only asking what county he's in. When I advised it was Wayne County, he said, I'm good.
Okay, and did you conduct a search of the vehicle? Okay, what else did you observe or recover?
I recovered 2 yellow and black totes that were full to the brim with very high-end mechanic tools, Milwaukee brand power tools, yard equipment, weed whips, a generator. That was all in the rear cargo area of the vehicle. Once our inventory included the front portion, the passenger seat, I located very thick gauge cords for the generator, as well as crossbody satchel style.
Okay, and did you observe or recover anything else?
In the front seat, there was a mask, there was a green, hooded sweatshirt.
One. Your Honor, may I approach? the
Please.
Proposed exhibit number 2 and 3.
Please.
Thank you. I've handed you what's been marked as people's exhibit number 2 and people's proposed exhibit number 3. Do you recognize those?
I did.
How do you recognize them?
I recognize these as items that I located in the vehicle, as well as items I observed an individual wearing.
Okay, and those exhibits, do they appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of what you observed on that day?
There,
Do they appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Your Honor, at this time, the people would request to move into evidence people's proposed exhibit number 2 and 3.
Ms. Farage.
Your Honor, just an objection to foundation, he hasn't asked if he took these photos, if he was the one that put them into evidence. That which was found in the car. So these are not pictures of.
That's a fair objection. Let's build some foundation if you can.
Officer, did you take these photos? The photos?
I did not.
Okay. But these are the same photo, these are the items that you observed. Are my goodness, are those the same items that you observed inside of the vehicle?
Objection meeting.
These are the.
It was, hold on, officer. It was leading, rephrase.
The question,
It was leading though. By definition, it was leading. So rephrase the question.
The items, people propose exhibit number 2 and 3. Are those the items that you observe inside of the vehicle? It's yes or no, Judge.
Which makes it leading.
Yes or no does not infer answer.
I'll allow it because we got to move on. Let's go.
I observed these items in the vehicle. On the floorboard was a sweatshirt. Mixed in with crossbody bag was the full face covering and gloves.
Solitary family proxies. So I just looked at the weather. What's going to be intense and then show precipitation or whatever. Yes. I denied it. Because it might take him 2 hours to get here from West Bloomfield.
Thank you. I've handed you people's proposed exhibit number 4. Do you recognize it? How do you recognize it?
This is the crossbody bag that I located on the passenger.
Okay, and does that appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the item that you recovered?
It is.
Okay, and does that photo appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No.
Judge, I believe enough foundation has been laid. This officer indicated clearly that these are the items that he's observed at the scene. I'm assuming with his own 2 eyes, and I believe enough foundation has been laid to introduce some evidence.
Ms. Farage.
Lack of foundation, you just looking at pictures saying that I've seen this before was not describing the fact that there's no chain of custody that's been established. There's none of them. Like, I don't know at what point in time, there's no timestamp on those photos, these photos are not taken on the scene. On the actual passenger seat, it says, I have a body cam that corroborates the story. So, Your Honor, there's no proper foundation.
Do you have any idea where the photos came from?
I do not.
That's fair. I mean, I'll respect your decision.
I mean, I gotta have some idea where the photos came from.
I did not personally take these photos.
That's not what I asked you. Do you have any idea where the photos came from? Okay.
All right, no further questions. I took that back. Besides, so did you observe the crossbody bag at that scene?
I did.
Objection leading.
And he did. He answered it.
What else did you observe, if anything?
I observed a unique style crossbody bag with multiple pouches. Inside of those pouches, I observed a large quantity of loose change, a pair of headphones, and a D-wall style cell phone charger.
Okay. Did you observe headphones and a large amount of change?
I did.
You know approximately how much in change?
I would have no way to calculate that without sitting and counting. It was a large amount of change. Well, that's only a couple.
Okay.
More than, say, 50.
Your Honor, objection to speculation at this point.
That's fair though. I was gonna ask him bigger than a bread basket and that wasn't very helpful.
All right. And the individual that you observed with the ski mat with the mask that for a face cover, what was he wearing was he wearing that mask that you observed?
Your Honor,
At what point in time?
objection, Your Honor, he has never testified to watching the ring camera footage.
I'm not asking about that.
Okay, which is why I asked the question. Calm down, calm down. This can be a long day for all of us if you guys just calm down. Did you see anybody wearing the mask that you found in the car?
At any point during your interaction, you observed was the defendant wearing a ski mask, or when you approached him
When he handed you his ID, did he have a ski mask on? Okay, let's move on.
Okay, where did you observe the ski mask?
On a ring game.
Okay, did you ever observe did you observe the ski mask in the vehicle?
I did.
Okay, where did you?
Your Honor,
That's yes or no. He's right.
what?
Leading is that the ski mask? Let's just move on. You know, this is a probable cause hearing. Just let's move on. All right. It's probable cause. You're beating the horse way more than it needs to be beat. And you're objecting so much that you're losing any effectiveness with your objections. Let's move on. Go ahead, Ms. Ron.
Well, I believe he answered that, the defendant wasn't wearing a ski mask at that time.
That's
But, and I think my question was, where did you observe that ski mask in the vehicle?
It's on the passenger seat. I heard it. Let's move on.
And where did you observe the crossbody bag?
On the passenger seat. Let's move on. You're asking
Don't bring it-
your own questions.
Good afternoon, officer or detectives?
Officer Adam, no, us.
No, I apologize. If at any point in time, the question is confusing, please let me know, I'll try to rephrase for you, okay?
Okay.
I want to start with the fact that before you responded to the scene, everything you knew about the dispatch was based on what somebody else told you, correct?
That's generally how radio affairs.
That's the answer to my question.
Yes.
So you were at the police station at the beginning when you received the call?
I was, it was the end of the question.
So you were on patrol in that neighborhood already when you received the dispatch, correct? You yourself were driving in the neighborhood and you saw somebody that, or something that looked suspicious and you stopped the car and you stopped the person and spoke with them, right?
Correct.
So I want to talk about the point in time. So when you received the dispatch, was it just a dispatch of the allegation that somebody called in, or was there any description that was also released?
The initial dispatch call was that a neighbor observed a man carrying items out of his neighbor's garage. He was still on the phone with dispatch, and dispatch advised that they observed him loading items into a vehicle and then the vehicle to caller gave a description on that woman, dark blue license.
Okay. So you eventually make the scene, correct?
We were en route to the scene when we observed the vehicle in question.
Hey, were you by yourself in the squad car, or were you
That's the part,
with a partner? What was your partner's name?
Corporal Matthew Bailey.
And when you enter the neighborhood, you say that you see one of the only other car that's leaving, is it a cul-de-sac kind of neighborhood or?
So it's a very long, straight road, with multiple cul-de-sacs on it. There's only one way in and one way out.
Okay, and then that's the only time you saw a car,
Coming towards.
and that's when you were actually driving in the other direction, the opposite direction, correct? And then you kind of did a little U-turn and turned on your lights.
Correct, I quickly turned around, actually the lights.
And once you turned on your lights, you didn't turn on the side yourself, right?
I did not.
But that person stopped their car, right?
It is.
They didn't continue driving or they could right? And then once you approached the car, they your testimony that he had his license and was taking it out the window, right? And that person, when you made contact with them, they weren't wearing a mask, correct?
Correct.
You can see their face. He was wearing a sweater, I believe. It was like a
Wearing, I believe it was more like a plaid shirt at that point.
a plaid shirt. And at some point in time, you say that you looked into the rear of the car and you saw what you said to be a generator, right?
Correct.
And that's because the call that you got was for a home invasion, right?
Correct.
And before you had made that stop to speak with Mr. Arnold, Mr. Arnold, you didn't stop at the house that called saying that our generator is missing, somebody took it, right?
That was what was related to dispatch. I didn't get there.
So you didn't go speak with whatever the victim that said that their generator was.
Not up to that point.
So you don't know if that was the actual thing generator. At that point in time, you never saw a picture of what that generator was. Before you saw the generator in the back of Mr. Arnold's car.
Didn't know it was a specific generator. I just knew that it was a yellow generator. In the back of the vehicle, sorry.
That's fair. And before you stopped that vehicle and saw the generator, You actually don't know how that gentleman got into the car, do you?
No,
So you weren't like following, you didn't follow that car, or you weren't, what's the word?
Counsel, he said he didn't know. Let's move on.
Okay. You asked for the person that's sitting in the driver's seat to settle, correct?
correct.
And he complied with all of your requests and demands, right?
Never asking why I didn't stop, correct.
He didn't pull away from you and detain him, put handcuffs on him?
No.
And before making that arrest, you did not get a chance to watch the every camera footage, did you?
No,
At what point in time did you actually watch that video?
approximately an hour later, I made the location of alleged meeting.
And the time that you stopped the car that Mr. Arnold was in, he's not, you don't see him walking around on the sidewalks of the house, trying to open car doors, do you?
No, it's right.
He's driving, you don't see him walking.
Counsel, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. The record's been made. He's testified to all that.
I didn't observe.
He's testified. He was driving one way, the car was coming the other way, he did a traffic stop, and that's where he met Mr. Arnold. So obviously, he didn't see him walking down the street. He saw him driving a car.
I understand this.
Then move on. Move on.
So it's your testimony that you searched the car, correct?
I did.
And you searched the bags or the crossbody,
I searched every storage for that car.
and the thing, and like the containers, correct?
Yes.
And in that crossbody bag, that's where you say you found items that were reported missing, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that car?
That were reported missing.
In the rear portion of the car, there was a large amount of tools. And initially, what was reported missing was the jetter.
So you have no idea about headphones or change that had been.
No.
I'm gonna object, Judge, how's that relevant?
What's the relevance?
The charge that he's charged with is recording the headphone. And
Oh, it's relevant that they were in his possession, but it's not relevant whether or not was looking for them when he stopped and went through the car. How's that relevant?
same fact and circumstance that provided him the problem cause that was necessary to stop Mr. Arnold is not even the charges that Mr. Arnold is brought up against for today, when he had an opportunity.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Counsel, he could have been dispatched to a shooting in progress and stopped a car that matched the description and found contraband that had nothing to do with the shooting. That's not relevant. They can't only arrest people for the charge they're going to investigate. Move on.
There was no identifying information related to Mr. Arnold that he found in that bag that he searched, correct?
No.
No further questions.
Anything else?
Not-
Smart move. You can step down, officer. Thank you. Do the people have any other witnesses today?
Judge, the only other witness would be, in regards to Officer Berry, who can essentially testify, as an offer of proof would be him testifying as to the photos that he took of the.
If you want to make another stab to get them in, you better lay some more foundation.
I understand. Yep, we'll call Officer Berry then. And it'll be very brief, Judge.
Officer, come on up. Raise your right hand, swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today.
I do.
Come on up, watch your step on my ramp, settle in the chair. Proceed, Mr. Muhammad.
Officer Berry, can you just state your full name for the record?
Yeah, Ryan Berry.
Officer Berry, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
What's the employer?
Van Buren Township Police,
And what capacity are you employed there?
police officer, day shift.
Okay, were you employed in that capacity as a police officer on October 19th, 2024?
Yes, I will.
Okay, and you worked that day by yourself or the partner?
By myself.
Okay, did your duties on that day at some point take you to the Belleville Police Department?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and while you were at that location, what did you do?
I was investigating a larceny from auto complaint. And I understand that they had some property that was recovered from a vehicle where someone was taken into custody. So I wanted to review what property had been taken.
Okay,
And not turned over already to victims.
okay, and was one of those locations that you were investigating, 45270 Sunrise
Yes,
in Van Buren Township?
correct.
And do you recall what the items were that you took photos of?
Yeah, there was well, there was a handful, there was a lot of change. From Mr. Minor's vehicle. Rough estimate, anywhere from $20 to $50 in quarters, mixed change. He also had two phone chargers, they were DeWalt phone chargers. I don't think it was red, I'm sorry, black and yellow phone chargers.
Were there additional items that you took photos of?
For Mr. Midas' house?
No, at the Belleville.
Oh, yeah, I took some photos of a digital camouflage bag, and a pair of headphones.
Thank you.
Wasn't reviewed lately.
I've handed you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's start with number 2. Do you recognize it?
I do,
How do you recognize it?
photograph this,
You what?
photographed it,
Okay.
yeah,
And does that appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the items that you took photo of?
yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Okay, Judge, the people would move into evidence, People's Proposed Exhibit number 2.
Ms. Farage. That'll come in.
And what is it exactly?
it looks like a hat or a sea mask and a pair of gloves.
Okay, Judge, I'd like to publish the report.
Sure.
And how about, People's Proposed Exhibit number 3? Do you recognize it?
It was a sweatshirt that I found in the property,
Okay, and did you take that photo of what property?
of the property that I photographed at Belleville City Police.
Okay, and, does that appear an accurate depiction?
Yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Okay. The people would move into evidence, People's Proposed Exhibit number 3.
Ms. Farage. Thank you. That'll
I'd
come in.
like to draw your attention to People's Proposed Exhibit number 4. Do you recognize it?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It was a single strap backpack that was also in the evidence area of Belleville City Police Department.
Okay, and is that a photo that you took?
Yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Is it a fair and accurate representation of the bag that you took photo of?
yes,
Okay. Judge, people would move into evidence, People's Proposed Exhibit number 4.
Ms. Farage.
Objection.
That'll come in.
And then the last one, sir, I'd like to draw your attention to People's Proposed Exhibit number 5. Do you recognize it?
I do.
And how do you recognize it?
I took this photograph at Belleville City Police Department.
And what is it?
Pair of headphones, nail clipper, looks like a marijuana grinders.
Okay, and does that photo appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the photo you took?
Yes,
Okay, does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Okay, Judge, the people would move into evidence, People's Proposed Exhibit number 5.
Ms. Farage. Thank you.
I'd request the public.
You're welcome.
So for the
Counsel, cross.
Good afternoon, Officer Berry.
yes, ma'am.
At any point in time, I she's using the real knowledge and let's do it.
Okay.
So. You just, how did you come in contact with the evidence?
Earlier that morning, well, I'll start from the beginning. Belleville City Police is dispatched through our dispatch on the same radio channel. Earlier that morning while I was in roll call, I understand that they were sent on a home invasion within their jurisdiction. Where they had taken a male into custody and located a lot of stolen property. So when I started to get the call for the larceny from auto from Mr. Midas' house, I didn't exactly know at that point that this could be connected. But I started to work to see if I could find any suspect information or any cameras, and I did an area canvas.
And were you able to locate any cameras?
I got a camera from Mr. Peterson's home, some video clips that he provided me. And then Miss O'Neill, later in the day, while I was doing an area canvas in the neighborhood, I was notified by Lieutenant Abdullah that she had also been a victim of a larceny from auto, either that night or the earlier that morning. So when I made contact with her, I was able to get some video clip from her as well.
Okay, that's great. So speaking about Miss O'Neill, you had a chance to speak with her, correct?
Yes,
And she was able to describe to you what she believed was taken out of her vehicle.
you're right.
And is, your honor, do you mind if I?
No,
Thank you.
whatever one you need.
Permission to approach the witness, yeah?
Sure.
I'm showing you what has been identified as People's Exhibit 5. It's your testimony today that you took that photo, correct?
Mhm.
And when you spoke with Ms. O'Neill, she had an opportunity to describe the headphones that she lost, right?
Correct.
She described them as the ones that are being like over the head.
Yes,
Those are not really,
those
those are not those headphones, correct?
correct.
Thank you, Your Honor. He said that these are not the headphones that were described.
I got you.
Now, have you, I know that, Belleville and Van Buren Township work together, correct?
Correct.
So were you involved with the arrest or detainment or search of Mr. Arnold's personal property?
No,
So at what point in time did you have possession of whatever was collected off of Mr. Arnold and to have an opportunity to photograph?
I'm sorry, say it again. When I had possession of it?
Yeah, so those photos weren't taken on the scene, were they?
No, that was at the Belleville City Police Department.
Okay,
Yeah.
so did like all the evidence come in like a box and you just kind of like put them on?
No, they- Belleville City Police stores all their property, in their Sally Port, in a gated area in Sally Port. Thinking that this may be connected down the road, or if I were able to get some additional, victims, I went to their station and photographed that in the station.
Okay, so before you had, did the photographs, did you have an opportunity to review any of the camera footage associated with any of the break-ins in the area?
I saw, no, I did not, no video camera.
So is all you know, so you're just looking for those of the whole time?
As part of my investigation.
Mr. Mohammed, any further questions for this officer?
So can I see those exhibits? I'm sorry?
There's no question that's been asked, so I have to.
Yeah, ask a question.
So people's proposed exhibit number 5, whose headphones are those?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, did you learn whether or not, did you provide the victim with her headphones?
I did.
Okay, can you describe those headphones?
Yeah, they're the,
Hold on, just clarification. Describe the ones that you gave back to Miss O'Neill.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes. They're a one-piece headphone. They're the ones that wrap around your neck and have that band that holds on. And then the headphones go in your ear, like for people who are working out, not the ear butt type headphones.
Okay, did you take a photo of those headphones?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you get those headphones from, the ones that you recovered and provided to the victim?
In the evidence box that they had in the Sally Port of the Belleville City Police Department.
Okay. And did you provide those photos, what did you do with those photos that you took a photo
I
of?
uploaded those to the evidence server along with my case report.
Understood. It's not really here, it's not, but, and you got this from Belleville Police Department,
Yes,
in relation to this case.
yes, from, the property, from the person that Belleville Police had, yes,
Understood.
yes.
And no further questions.
Ms. Farage.
Based on that, you're right.
Okay, thank you. Officer Barry, you can step down.
Thank you.
So I got it. I've been thinking about it.
What's that?
Alcona County, were you hunting a swamp?
What's that?
Were you hunting a swamp? It had to be.
Judge, no further witnesses.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Farage, any witnesses or are we ready for argument?
No one is on behalf of the.
I'm ready for argument.
Move for a bind over, whether or not that photo number 5 doesn't change anything. The fact of the matter is the officer indicated that he recovered headphones and provided them to the witness, and she indicated, clearly details of what those headphones were. So I just want to get ahead of that. I understand there must have been other headphones that were recovered. And it's just, those are introduced into evidence is what we have. I'm gonna reserve my argument.
That's fine.
Just wanted to get ahead of that.
Ms. Farage.
Your Honor, we ask that the court not bind over Mr. Arnold on the charges. First part of my argument, according to Michigan Court Rules of Criminal Procedure 6.110, the preliminary examination subsection probable cause, it requires that the prosecution, even in a probable cause standard, must prove that not only that an offense was committed, but that it was defined. Mr. Arnold was the person that committed this offense.
No, that's not true, counsel.
Probable
Not true. They don't have to prove that he was the person that committed it. That's trial.
court finds probable cause to believe that the defendant has committed an offense found by the district court and must proceed.
Probable cause. You said the people have to prove that he did it. And I said, that's for trial. And we'll talk off the record, but it's offensive to me that you're going to stand there and tell me how to do probable cause hearings after 26 years on the bench. So I don't need you to explain what my job is today. You can make the arguments about how he didn't meet his burden, but please don't stand there and tell me how to do a PC. So move on.
I had not met no offense before when I was.
Oh, I didn't think you meant it, but I found it. I don't think you meant to offend me.
Okay, so.
I'm just telling you that it is offensive. So just move on.
There has been no testimony today of eyewitness identification. All of the 4 witnesses that have testified here today by the prosecution state that it was in fact the person on the ring camera video footage was the person that's sitting here before the court as Mr. Arnold. In fact, the first 3 civilian witnesses testified to not seeing the person's face. Mr. Arnold was able to see one of the exhibits that was admitted by the government to prove that the person's face was in fact covered.
Counsel, take your time.
Moving on to the criminal jury instructions of breaking and entering. Again, Your Honor, this is a specific intent of crime according to the criminal jury instructions. There has been no specific intent that has been shown or demonstrated by any of the prosecution's witnesses as well as their exhibit to show that it was Mr. Arnold's intent to take the things that were described by the people whose homes or cars were broken into. Again, nobody saw his face. Nobody came in contact with the person. At the time the officers made an arrest of Mr. Arnold, who was nowhere near one of the cars or the homes that were listed as the incident locations. Nobody testified to hearing his voice. There was none of the evidence that the officers testified to finding in the car that Mr. Arnold was driving can tell us exactly how those items had ended up in those cars. They weren't following Mr. Arnold. They weren't surveilling him. They just made a turn, stopped him. None of those things were found on Mr. Arnold's person. He was searched. There was no testimony today to suggest that Mr. Arnold was caught with ski mask on, with the jacket on, with the duffel bag across his chest as depicted by the video discovery that was introduced by the prosecution. And Your Honor, we ask the court not bind over Mr. Arnold, due to the prosecution's inability of proving the identity of the person or the charged offense.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Muhammad.
Judge, as this court is very well aware, all we have to show is a question of fact for the trier of fact. I believe the testimony does reflect that. We're not here arguing guilt, we're here just arguing whether or not there's a question of fact. And, you know, the defendant was pulled over and he had in his possession a mask which was referenced.
Mr. Muhammad.
I understand.
I might have given you the impression that I fell asleep up here today, but I didn't.
I understand.
So I've been listening.
I understand. And Judge, I would just argue that there's a question of fact for the trier of fact, and I think all the factors that were listed already on the record, in the totality of the circumstances reflect probable cause. Move for a binding verdict, as far.
Thank you. Thank you both. I agree. It's a probable cause standard. I believe that it has been met by.
This courtroom hearing quickly turns tense as witnesses describe a series of car break-ins and stolen property discovered inside the suspect's vehicle. While the defense argues that no witness could clearly identify the suspect and questions the investigation, the prosecution points to the suspicious items found during the traffic stop. The judge carefully listens to both sides before making a crucial decision on whether the case should move forward. Watch till the end to see the moment the judge rules on the case. Comment below. Do you think the evidence was strong enough? Subscribe for more real courtroom moments and legal breakdowns posted daily.
In this courtroom hearing, tensions rise as the judge takes firm control over a heated legal battle involving multiple vehicle break-ins and stolen property. From the very beginning, the judge makes it clear that unnecessary arguments and repetitive objections will not be tolerated, repeatedly telling the attorneys to move on and stay focused on the facts. The prosecution presents several witnesses, including victims whose vehicles were broken into overnight. They describe shattered windows, stolen cash, missing personal belongings, and surveillance footage showing a suspicious individual moving through the neighborhood. Although many of the witnesses admit they couldn't clearly identify the suspect because it was dark or the person's face was covered, their testimony helps establish a timeline of the incidents. As the hearing continues, the defense aggressively challenges nearly every question, arguing that some testimony is leading, repetitive, or based on hearsay. However, the judge frequently overrules these objections and reminds the attorneys that this is a probable cause hearing, not a full trial. One of the most memorable moments comes when the judge tells counsel not to argue with the court and firmly says, "Don't tell me how to do my job," reinforcing the court's authority. The prosecution then introduces a police officer who explains how a vehicle matching the suspect's description was stopped shortly after the reported crimes. Inside, officers allegedly discovered stolen property, including expensive tools, a generator, and clothing believed to match the surveillance footage. Overall, this hearing showcases the intense back and forth between both sides, but the judge remains in complete control, ensuring the proceedings stay focused on whether enough evidence exists for the case to move forward.